All right.
Oh, sorry.
All right, I realised I was near home to my next job, so I thought I'd get me dinner on the way.
Right, well, I'll get out of your way then. I just thought I'd spread myself around a bit while there was nobody here.
I have to shoot back in here, you know. I said you live in here, not the extension.
Well, I don't like getting in the way, especially when Rod and Tracy are around.
I can understand you want to keep out of their way. I feel like that myself sometimes.
Don't.
What? Oh, don't wish them away, you mean?
Yeah, enjoy them while you've got them.
Got this great idea for me model, you know. Take this side and up at the other.
You'll need one with short hair for that.
Yeah, we'll get one with short hair.
How do you know?
It's fast Jared.
Oh, well, if you fast Gerard, you will. Nothing's too good for our Tracy as far as he's concerned, is it?
Don't be stupid.
You're a real teacher's pet.
I'm not.
Everybody knows. They've been talking about it.
I bought my own scissors, you know. Do you want to see them?
All right.
Do you know how much they cost?
Go on.
£24.
Where'd you get that from?
Saved up. Jackie's got it all.
She's a proper stylist.
Yeah, well, I will be.
You could go a long way.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
What about Jamie?
What about him?
I thought you and him were settled for life.
My name's not Kirsty, you know. She's the one that wanted everything just like her mum did. Look what settling down did for my mum.
I thought you were keen on him.
Oh, I am, yeah. He's sound. It's about forever, though.
There's another one of them stuck on my dressing table.
Making sure you're going to be there this time.
Funny way round, isn't it, when you got to tell your kids when you got to be in?
Sign the growing up, I suppose.
I'll get back early. That way I'll have plenty of time to get changed and have a bath.
Oh, you are doing them proud.
It's not every day you get to be 41 in 1 week, is it?
Well, a second chance to celebrate it.
I felt a bit of a louse last week letting them down like that. But this Linda isn't the kind of girl you keep waiting.
So I hear.
No problem tonight, though. Told her I won't be seeing her till 9:30.
Hey, you.
Me?
You're a policeman, aren't you?
Yeah. What's it look like?
You'll do, then. I found it in the street over there. Must have fallen out of some of this pocket.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hand it into a shop. You never know what they'll do with it.
No address, no name even.
Money in it, though, isn't there?
Quite a bit.
Somebody will be needing that. Probably looking for it this minute. Take it back with you to the station so they can claim it.
Will do. Need to take a few details first, if you don't mind.
Thanks.
Sugar.
No, thanks.
I should remember by now.
No reason. I thought I might take her to a club, you know.
Is she the type that would like that, then?
Yeah. You're not, are you?
No. Mind you feel like a bit of devilment sometimes, don't you?
Yeah, well, I can't sit on my own forever, can I? Well, that's what Rod and Tracy want me to do.
Well, that's because you're the dad. It's difficult for them to think of you leading a life of your own.
Yeah, well, they want me to wait for dough and all that. But I've waited.
Have you still not heard?
No. Nobody even sent me a card for my birthday. Probably never thought about me. I thought about her on hers, but I had no address, did I?
At least I know where Bob is.
I don't think there's anything I can do that'll bring her back. There's nothing like being young together, is there?
No.
I wonder where it goes all those years you spent together. Now she doesn't even remember my birthday.
11:30, 8XA. I don't know what they want it for, but they always ask you, don't they?
Well, it's for the post office, you see. Helps them sort the letters quicker.
Don't see how. Takes twice as long to say.
So it was just lying on the pavement then? Nobody near it, no?
There's plenty of people near it. They just haven't spotted it. Some folks could walk past their own mother without seeing her.
You didn't see anybody looking for it, no?
If they had, I would have given it to them, wouldn't I? If they could have proved it was theirs, of course. Make sure you do that, too. I don't want it going into the wrong hands.
Well, they wouldn't know it was lost if it
And
wasn't
ask
theirs.
them what was in it before they let them have it.
We'll leave all that to the duty sergeant.
And make sure they know who found it. Tell them it was a pensioner.
Yeah, I will do. Anyway, thanks for handing it in.
Not everybody would have done, you know.
Yeah, you're right about that.
When I was young, You got sent back to the shop if you got tuppence extra change. They don't do that now, do they?
I wouldn't know.
It was the old tuppence, of course.
Seen the tea towel anywhere?
They're on the line. I put them through when I had the machine on.
That's all right, leave them to drain, eh?
Billy.
Yeah?
While we're on our own,
If that's what I think it is, don't bother, all right?
it's rent for me and Claire.
It is what I think it is.
Please.
Look, you put enough in the kitty, don't you?
Yeah, well, I can't expect you to feed us.
Claire hardly eats anything.
Billy, the kitty doesn't cover everything. If I was anywhere else, I'd have to pay rent.
Well, that'd be different, wouldn't it? You'd be a lodger then.
What's different about it?
Well, I know you.
Well, knowing me across the close is one thing. Being lumbered with me is another.
But I asked you to come.
I know, because I was desperate and I'm grateful, and you were right, that place was no place for Claire. But we never really sorted it out, did we, how long I'd be staying?
But as long as you need to.
As soon as the money comes through for the sale of the house, I'm looking for a place of my own. But in the meantime, Billy, I'd feel a lot happier if I knew where I stood, so please, take it.
I don't want it.
Billy, if you don't take it, I'll go, because I'm not going to be a scrounger.
There's no need to put it like that.
I may have lost my house, but I need to know that I can pay my way. Please, will you take it?
All right, if it makes you feel better, yeah?
Yeah, it does. And I'll give you the same every week. And that way we'll know how we stand.
Not too much now. That's fine. It's in quite good condition, isn't it?
Yeah, I put quite a lot of conditioner on it.
Good girl.
In Shelley's, they all come in and ask for the same thing. Curls on the top, waves round the back. It was a big day if someone come in and asked for highlight.
A girl like you was wasted in a place like that.
Do you know they only done one kind of perm?
Well, you'll learn a lot more here.
I already have.
Keep up the good work.
Doing all right?
Yeah, fine.
Man's got hair like hay.
A bad workman always blames his tools.
And so who thinks she's top of the class then?
Why not?
Have you asked this winter their holidays yet?
We'll get lost.
Back right on the dot, I see.
My feet are telling me they've walked far enough.
Well, soak 'em in salted water. That's what we used to do.
Tried that, didn't do any good.
Sooner be out in the car, I suppose.
In this weather, I would, yeah?
Well, you'll have plenty of time yet to get used to walking, lad.
Oh, no.
That's another thing you'll have to get used to, isn't it? Eh?
Mirror,
What?
show the back. It may seem like a simple thing to you, but it's an important part of the service.
Yeah, well, I was just getting round to it.
You know, you haven't done a bad job here. Right, love. Sue will get your coat for you.
Thank you.
Do you think I should have done it a bit shorter at the back so I could have got it to balance out with the front?
Looks all right to me. You've definitely got the eye for this job. Okay, love, thanks.
Thought about it, you know. Lay awake all night thinking about what I was going to do.
I'm surprised a pretty girl like you hasn't got anything better to do in bed than think about work.
I don't mean all night. I slept some of the time.
That's what I meant. I think somebody that's done so well deserves a reward. I'll take you for a drink after work.
Oh, no, I can't.
Now then, don't be shy.
It's my dad's birthday.
Your dad's birthday last week.
Yeah, well, he didn't have it then.
You'll be telling me it's your grandmother's funeral next.
There's nothing wrong with mine, Nan.
It's another of the excuses people make when they don't want to do something.
I don't not want to come.
You wouldn't say no to me offering you a drink after work, would you?
That's very nice of you.
I want to say congratulations for doing so well. Only Tracy doesn't seem to want to join us.
I never said that.
You'll come then. It'll only take 5 minutes.
Come on, Trace, don't be a spoil sport.
You'll be quite safe with Robert there, won't you?
All right, I'll come.
Great.
Terrible smell in here. Somebody had an accident, have they? Pick up some air freshener on the way home, will you, Corkill?
I'll never get these clean.
Perseverance. That's what it takes, lad. Here, this came for you.
How long's this been here?
Before I came on duty.
I should have had it.
You were out, lad. It's not my job to chase around the streets after you. And we got a bit distracted when you came in, didn't we?
Look, I've got to get up the Aussie. It's about Tomo.
I do hope you're not going to leave them in here. And get that hung up. We don't want you to look like you've slept in it, do we?
I've got to get off.
Another minute won't hurt.
Looks like we might be getting a house of our own at last.
Really? Where are you moving to?
Oh, we're not. We're staying put. Going to buy number 7 off Harry Cross.
Oh, hey, that's great.
Yeah, I've been to sort out a mortgage this morning. Well, we're paying the rent as it is. We might as well be putting it towards a house of our own.
Yeah.
It's what I've always wanted, but it just hasn't been easy with Frank being in and out of work.
Did you settle now?
I think so. Well, I hope so for the kids' sake. It's what they need.
Yeah.
Oh, how's it working out for you with Billy?
Oh, it's all right. It's a bit squash when we're all together, like. It's better than where I was before. I suppose it's lucky for me they had the extension done.
Oh, who's in there, then?
Me and Claire. Why, who did you think?
Oh, I haven't really thought about it.
You didn't think we were living together, did you?
Oh, of course not.
I mean, that's not what people around here are thinking, is it?
Oh, I shouldn't think so, Sheila, not for a
Look,
minute.
Billy offered me that place out of the goodness of his heart. That's all there is to it. I pay my way, and I keep myself to myself. And that's the way it's going to stay.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, I got that wrong, didn't I?
What?
Oh, nothing. I think I've just trodden a few toes over there.
Listen, is the mum home yet?
Oh, Sammy said she's going straight to the supermarket. Katie's got a dancing class tonight.
What about our Jeff?
Who's gone straight round to Mumpers? Why? What's
This. Look what I picked up in a transport cafe today. Only cost me 60 quid. It's a bargain.
Oh, you paid £60 for all that?
Yeah.
For heaven's sake, Frank, will you get it into the house now?
Hiya.
All right.
Got to make a start since you weren't here.
It's not my fault I'm late.
Did you get held up?
Set up more like it. To kill that Tomo.
Is he all right?
No, he's not.
What's the matter?
He's not right in the head, that's what. Get me going up the Aussie on a wild goose chase. Said to get up there at once or it might be too late.
Kidding you?
Yeah, they were just moving him into a different ward. Scared the life out of me.
Well, it must be getting better if he's playing that sort of trick.
Yeah, he was all right, really, compared to how he was, like.
When's he going back to work?
Not for a bit, like. He's all right when he's sitting down, but when he stands up, he's got to have a couple more weeks off.
Still, he's been very lucky.
Yeah. You know that when you join the police, it can be dangerous, but you never really believe it till you see it happen to somebody you know.
Nowhere's safe.
10-speed gears, drop handle bars, we made up with this.
How do you know Jeff wants a bike?
What? All lads want a bike. Pestered the life out of me mum till she got me one.
You probably pestered the life out of your mother anyway. When are you going to fix the banister, Frank?
When you stop pestering me. Anyway, 3 and 6 a week for 12 months, me poor old man paid for it. I couldn't give up a bargain like this, because I must have saved at least 190 quid.
Do you know, you sound like one of those ads for fur coats now.
For what?
Buy this mink jacket for £1,500 and save 1,000. It always seemed to me like you'd spent the 1,500.
Don't know a bargain when you see one, Chris.
Where did you get the £60 from, anyway?
Last week's Ovies.
Do you know, you haven't even asked me how I got on at the building society yet.
How did you get on?
Well, they've offered us a 90% mortgage. We've got a bit saved up, so If we offer them a bit less than he's asking, we should be all right.
I wonder if I should have asked if he had an old red one.
I hope your dad likes trifle.
Does if there's plenty of booze in it.
There's plenty of booze in it.
Hey, what time do you think I should start cooking the steak?
Oh, not till you see the whites of his eyes. Get everything ready and the table laid and bang it all on the last minute. I'll give you a hand if you like.
You know what, I could get into cooking.
It's all right if you don't have to do it every day.
You're late, aren't you?
Well, she rang to say she would be. Have you had a nice drink?
No.
Been out for a drink, eh? It's all right for some, innit?
What's that?
What's it look like?
Oh, looks like a trifle.
You're right there. It's got loads of sherry in it.
Well, I knew if you were going to be late, you wouldn't have time to do a pudding.
Well, you've no right.
I was only trying to help.
I might not have had time, but I still remembered.
You're only trying to help.
Yeah, well, there's no need. It's my dad, and I'll decide what to give him for his birthday. I'm not eating that. In fact, I'm not eating anything.
What am I supposed to do with this lot?
Get rid of it before the kids come in. Destroy the evidence.
How am I supposed to do that?
Put it in the bin. Well, burn it then.
We're supposed to be persuading Harry Cross to sell us this house. He's not going to like it if we start a bonfire in his garden.
We'll put it in a bin bag and I'll take it down the tip.
What are you going to do about the bike?
I'll give it to Jeff, of course, for Christmas or something.
No, before you give it to him. You don't want him walking in here this evening and seeing it, do you?
No way, you know.
Well, then.
I know. We can put it up in the loft. If we take an end each, we can get up the steps.
Oh, you'd never get it through the hole. The bike's too big. Not unless you dismantle it first.
Oh, Kiss, I've only just put it together.
Well, what do you suggest?
The greenhouse.
Jeff practically lives in the greenhouse.
I wish we had a garage.
The Collins have got a garage.
But they keep the car in it.
Well, the shed, then. Now that Gordon's gone, there's not going to be that woodwork stuff in it, is there?
I don't like asking them. We hardly know them.
What, then?
Hey, that looks good.
Ready when you are, Bill.
Give us 5 minutes. Where's Tracy?
She's gone upstairs.
All getting dolled up, eh? That's what I should be doing.
She's not exactly getting dolled up, no, Billy.
She's got a bit of a cob on.
Don't know what's got into her lately, you know.
Well, it's my fault. I made a trifle.
What's wrong with making a trifle?
Well, I was doing the first course and Tracy was supposed to be doing the pudding.
I'll have a word with her.
Be careful.
Hey, she said she wasn't coming down for the tea.
Sometimes I think this birthday do's fated, you know.
Mrs. Collins said all right, so we'll take it down there now, Chris.
Oh. Where are you going to put the others?
What others?
How many children have you got, Frank?
What's this, some sort of joke?
I'm only being realistic. You hadn't thought this through. What do you think the girls are going to say when you give Jeff a £250 bike? They're going to want something as well.
I didn't pay £250, only paid 60.
Well, they're not going to know that, and there's no way you can tell them. There's only one way the bike can be that price. It's hardly setting them a very good example, is it?
They don't want bikes.
Well, they'll want something, won't they? There's Sammy's holiday for a start. Why should she pay for that when you give Jeff a bike? That's before we even start on Katie.
Well, I can't take it back now. I don't even know the fella's name.
Well, you'll have to think of something. Say a fella at work got it for his son who doesn't like bikes.
Nobody will believe that.
Well, you think of something then.
Come on, Tracy, you know you're in there. Come on.
All right.
What is it, love?
Everything.
Work, is it?
A bit.
I thought you liked it at this new place.
I do. Most of the time.
We all have our problems, don't we? Well, Sheila thinks it's because she made a trifle, you know.
She might be right.
Oh, come on, love. There's no use making a fuss over a little thing like that, is there? I mean, she's only trying to help.
Don't need her to help. I can look after you.
You shouldn't have to. You're only young. You should be out enjoying yourself, not worrying about me.
Oh, is that what you want, is it? Go and enjoy yourself with that Linda?
Oh, so that's it, is it? Listen, love, it's no use hoping that your mum's going to come back.
It's not the same without her.
I know it's not. It's not for me either. I do my best to be your mum and your dad, you know.
I know.
And if we can't have what we had before, we got to make the best of what we've got. You'll always come first with me, you know. You and Rod, Linda or no Linda.
Thanks, Dad.
So come down and have your tea with the rest of us. I mean, what kind of birthday will it be without you, eh? Go on for your dad.
Okay.
Thanks, love.
Dad?
Yeah?
You're not having any of that trifle?
All right, Sace.
I'm not having any either.
Do you know what? I was just thinking, there's nothing I'd like better after me steak than a nice piece of chocolate gâteau.
Looks all right in here now, doesn't it?
Wouldn't know we'd had a bike in here at all.
Suppose we'll have to go through it all again on Christmas Eve.
Well, it doesn't have to be Christmas Eve we give it to him. We can think of some other reason.
I got mine for passing the 11 plus.
Well, it looks like our luck going to the comprehensive's going to save us some money then. Just as well if we're going to have to pay a mortgage.
Oh, so you're interested now then, aren't you?
I'm sorry about before, love.
Oh, it's all right. They were really nice down the building society. Had to give them a few details about what you earned and what I earned. Oh, and they want a survey done.
It's a good house, this, Chris.
Oh, yeah. They didn't seem to think that there'd be any problem.
Frank and Chrissy Rogers, house owners. How does that sound, love?
Oh, that sounds great. I only hope it impresses Mr. Jenkins when we go to see him.
Hang on. What's us buying a house got to do with impressing Mr. Jenkins?
We're going to see Mr. Jenkins about our Jeff, right? About him sagging school.
Yeah.
And why do you think he's been in trouble?
Well, I don't know. That's what we're going to find out of this Mr. Jenkins, isn't it?
Oh, it's not that simple, love. Look, we've got to have ideas of our own so that he'll know we are caring parents.
We haven't got any ideas.
Well, I have. I know our Jeff's been upset. Oh, he likes it here. He's much happier here than he ever was at the flat.
So why is he being upset?
Well, maybe he thinks that we're going to move on. We're not really settled here with it only being rented. Maybe if he knew that we were going to stay.
What, you think that'd help him at school?
Oh, I'm sure it would. If a child's happy, it makes all the difference. What our Jeff needs now is encouragement and support from the school and from us. Us going to see Mr. Jenkins is one way of showing that we care.
And the bike can be another. I'll promise it to him only if he does well in his end-of-term exams.
Oh, Frank, I hope it's going to be that easy.
A Star is Born in Jimmy's next. A tiny bundle weighing little more than a bag of sugar. Stay with us.
Hey, what are you doing here?
I come home for me dinner, only most of it ended up on the floor. Where'd you get the key?
Tracy lent me so could do me washing.
Oh, we might not be your hotel anymore, but he's still your laundrette.
Well, I can take it down the road if you want.
Nah, you're all right. There's no one using the machine there. Might not want you keeping on the couch, but I don't mind you doing your washing and that.
So, how's it going then with Sheila being here?
It's all right.
Birthday dinner go all right, did it?
All right.
Nice little pub, that. We must go again. Not too much of that now.
It's a full load.
There's one thing I can't stand. It's towels that smell of soap powder. You're smelling very nice today. New perfume, is it?
Same as usual.
What, present from the boyfriend?
He doesn't buy me presents.
Well, that's a shame now. Better tell him to pull his socks up, hadn't you?
He's all right.
Otherwise I'd be losing you, wouldn't he? Nice girl like you could easily be persuaded to stray.
No, I wouldn't.
Oh, not at the moment, maybe. But who knows?
Look at that.
Not much room left in that for your manly chest, is there?
It's nearly new. I've only had it about a month.
First time you washed it?
Yeah.
What programme you put it on?
Hot wash. Well, some of them things were rotten.
You're not supposed to bang it all in together, you know. You're supposed to read the label first. There you go, hand wash only.
Well, how do you know about things like that, reading the label and all that?
Lots to learn, haven't I, since Doe left?
Yeah, well, you soon be all right there then, won't you?
How do you mean?
That Linda and that.
Oh, Tracy been talking, has she?
Yeah. Can't say she's very happy, though. Don't think Linda's her type.
Well, whatever type she is, I don't think she's domesticated. I'll be doing my own washing for a bit longer yet, I think.
She's got other things to offer you.
You could say that, yeah.
Like it?
I was looking at the price.
See what you mean?
Well, where would you wear it?
It's a different world. A world you could enter if you wanted.
With hairdressing.
Why not? Work hard, get to know the right people. That's the way to do it. You've got the looks, got the flair. But you need to think big.
I do.
Right then. Keep in with me, and the sky could be the limit.
Get rid of that about you.
Could I stretch it or something?
No chance.
What about washing it in cold water?
Doesn't work like that. Best thing to do is sling it.
No, I'm not doing that.
Well, you're wasting your time, aren't you?
Well, we'll see. You had your dinner yet?
Yeah, ages ago. Is that a hint, is it?
Might be.
Go ahead, there's loads in it, but help yourself.
Cheers. Oh, yeah, see what you mean?
Oh, yeah.
Not saving it for something special, are you?
I wouldn't put it like that.
Does that mean I can have a bit?
Have it all if you want. Be glad to see the back of it.
Do you look all right?
You look more than all right. Do you know I could quite fancy you?
What are we wasting time going to the school for, then?
Hey, we've got responsibilities, remember?
I am remembering. Remembering how we came to have them.
This isn't what you came home early for.
Pity.
Come on, I don't want to be late.
All right. But I don't know why going to school to see a teacher makes me feel like a naughty little lad again.
Oh, it's because it reminds you of when you were.
That school wasn't built when I was a kid. And mine's been knocked down a long time since.
It's the smell. Dust and sweat and old books.
Must be something to put in the paint.
Look, it might take you back, but just remember that you're not, eh?
What's that supposed to mean?
Mr. Jenkins is no older or wiser than us. If we treat him like an equal, he'll have to treat us the same way.
Hope you're right.
Hiya, you're home early.
Mrs. Driver's off with a bad back, so we cancelled games.
Doesn't say much for her as a PE teacher, does it?
It doesn't mean to say she should send you home either.
Where are you two going? Someone getting married?
We're going to school to see Mr. Jenkins.
About Jeff?
Not going like that, are you?
Why not? What's wrong with it?
Don't you start, madam.
Oh, it's bad enough us living on Brookside Close. Half the kids think we're really stuck up. Couldn't you wear your beige skirt?
Oh, that's ages old, Sam.
And your green jumper? I look really nice in that.
Sammy, I am going to see the teacher. I'm not going to do the shopping.
You should see what Mr. Jenkins wears. You only ever see him in baggy old trousers and a jumper with little woolly balls all over it.
Well, that's no reason why we should look a mess.
Oh, I'm not even bothered about him, though. Well, it's to me mates. They might see you.
Hey, your mum hasn't got two heads, you know.
Oh, go on, Mum. Wear the beige skirt.
Oh, all right. But I am not wearing that green jumper. How about the blue jacket?
And the beige blouse.
Yeah, that sounds all right.
All right, come on.
All right. Won't be long.
Right then, lads. Now you're all here. Oh, got the air freshener, did you, Corky?
It's clean now, don't worry about it, Sarge.
Glad to hear it, for all our sakes. Right then. There's been a spot of bother. I want you all to get your lockers open. And no, it's not because I want to look at all your pin-ups.
What is it?
Call it an inspection. Seeing if you're doing things as they should be done. Which you could say not everybody is.
Sound this, you know, sure you don't want any.
Go ahead, Dan, I'll try some, yeah. Looks like you haven't eaten for a week there.
I get fed up with the chippy, don't I? And it costs money.
Haven't seen a lot of you lately. You know, Tracy falling out then or what?
Yeah. No, nothing like that.
I've seen someone else, are you?
Oh, I'm not.
Can I say how Tracy is?
I don't know, she just seems different since she started working at that new place. She just hasn't got much to say.
She's tired, isn't she? Works hard now.
Shelley's was my kind of place. I knew everyone there. The new place just isn't the same.
Well, it's a different kind of place altogether, isn't it? They've got high standards, she's got to live up to them.
Yeah, but can I?
How do you mean?
Well, she comes home, she tells me about the girls at work. I mean, one of them's worked on a cruise liner.
Well, Tracy could be doing that one day.
Where'd that leave me?
Look, why don't you try and earn a few bob on the side? Well, you could do those windows for a start. Sinbad hasn't been around ages. He's probably in the nick again. Use that for a rag.
Hey, that's a good t-shirt, that.
It was. Look, why don't you ask around the close? Take over his round while he's away, I'll lend you the bucket.
I reckon I could get hold of a lad, like.
There you go, then. Earn a few bob on the side, take out Tracy where she wants to go. Only wouldn't wear that if I were you.
All right, then, where is it?
Where's what?
I'm looking for a purse. Old lady, name of Mrs. Mellor, handed it to a police officer in the street yesterday. She came in this morning to see if it had been claimed. She thought she might be in line for a reward. Unfortunately for us, we had no record of it. She gave me quite an earful. Very embarrassing.
Had a word at the beginning of term, didn't we? Do sit down. Sorry I couldn't get to see you sooner, but we have a 5-form entry and that takes some sorting.
Yes, our youngest has just started.
Yes, I hope she's settling in all right.
Better now, Jeff. He was second first day.
Yes, Jeffrey.
Look, what's been going wrong? Why isn't Jeff happy here?
I was rather hoping you could tell me that. He's had problems from the start, hasn't he?
He's a lad, isn't he? He doesn't much care for sitting still.
I'm afraid there's a lot of things he doesn't much care for. Paying attention in class, doing his homework.
Well, we've been keeping an eye on that, making sure that he puts the time in. We've been reading up about school refusal.
I wouldn't say it was as bad as that.
Look, I know he's at a difficult age.
They all are at this place.
Are you saying he's worse than the rest?
I'm not necessarily saying that at all. More like a bad patch.
Yeah, but there must be a problem. He's getting rotten marks. He's sagging off school.
When I talked to him, he told me that you were on his back. It's possible to put too much pressure on a child, you know. Some children are academic, others aren't.
Like us, you mean? I'm the one who isn't. I couldn't wait to get out of school. Chrissy's the one with A-levels in our house. She could have been sitting where you are now.
I started off training to be a teacher.
I see.
What do you say?
Boys of Jeffrey's age are trying to find their own way in the world. Flexing their psychological muscles, you might say. The more you want him to do well, the more he'll resist. He needs to be able to find his own motivation. You can't do that for him.
Look, I know there's a problem. He's very bright. You can tell that just the way he talks to you.
But just not interested, that's it, isn't it?
That's about it, yeah.
And you'll never make him interested. He has to do that for himself. I'll bring a concern to the attention of his subject teachers, and I assure you they'll do their very best to try and find ways to involve him. So, do try to stop worrying about Jeffrey at any rate. However, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have a word about Samantha.
I meant to give it in. I really did.
Meant to isn't good enough, is it?
I don't know, I forgot. I was worried about Tomo.
Don't try giving me excuses, lad. You do realise that holding on to something like this constitutes theft, don't you?
Yeah.
The reason Mrs. Miller gave you this is because she trusted you. Otherwise, she might as well have given it to any old passerby, as she didn't hesitate to say.
I know, I'm sorry.
It's a good job I know you. Otherwise, I might have thought you were going to pocket the contents of this purse and deny all knowledge of it. Do you know how much there is in it?
No.
Well, that's a point in your favour, isn't it? Helps me to believe your story.
It's true. I want to be a good copper.
Oh, you do you?
You know I do.
Sometimes I doubt it.
Anything else you'd like to say before you go?
What sort of things?
Anything at all. After all, a lot more than half of a child's life is spent at home.
Well, we have been a bit unsettled up to now, living in rented accommodation.
Ah, so you don't own your own home?
We will do soon.
We're putting in an offer, hoping to buy it off the landlord. I'm sure it'll help Jeff if he knows we're staying put.
It should help them all, I'd say. Samantha's got a mind of her own, hasn't she?
What's wrong with her?
Can't make life easy. Do the children quarrel a lot?
No more than normal.
What do you mean? Samantha's got a mind of her own?
I'm her biology teacher as well as being third-year pastoral head. It's a good job she doesn't want to be a biologist.
Why not?
She objects to the use of animals for study purposes. She refused to do the dissection of the rat.
Well, she is a vegetarian.
They shouldn't make people do things they don't want to do.
Mr. Rogers, have you ever tried to run a school with 1,000 pupils in it and let all of them have their own way?
Hey, pal, have you ever tried to drive a wagon to Yugoslavia in 2 days?
This isn't a competition about who has the hardest job. I am trying to help Samantha. Couldn't you have a word with her? Ask her to modify her views, or at least keep them a little quieter?
I will have a word with her, yes.
Well, I won't. As far as I'm concerned, she's entitled to think what she likes.
This won't do you much good when it comes to promotion if it goes down on your record, you know.
Well, does it have to?
Oh. You're asking me not to have seen something I have seen.
Well, suppose I am.
This is the sort of thing you think I was on in the police, is it?
No, I didn't mean...
Oh, you didn't? I think you know very well. I think there are things you've seen you're pretending you haven't. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Incidents associated with Operation Hickory. That's what I'm talking about. And a bloke that's not as fit as he used to be who says things happen to him nobody seems to remember. Now do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I thought you might be able to remember something now, even if you'd forgotten it before. After all, we've just had proof your memory's not infallible, haven't we? What did you see that night, Corkhill?
I can't remember seeing anything.
Well, I suppose you have to stick by your mates, haven't you? You know, until this happened, you were making out quite well. I had high hopes for you. So, on this occasion, I'll pretend I haven't noticed you've made a mistake.
Thanks.
But this doesn't mean you can get away with anything again. One mistake might be bad luck, two begins to look like carelessness.
I'll be careful.
Forgetting to hand in this purse isn't the only sort of mistake you could make, you know. There's worse than this. I wouldn't like to see a promising lad like you mess things up by taking the wrong advice, mixing with the wrong people. Coppers are people, Rod. There are good ones and bad ones. You know that, don't you?
Everybody knows that.
I wouldn't be too sure about that. I used to think you had it in you to be a good copper. Now I'm not sure. I'll let you off on this occasion. But I shall be keeping a close eye on you in future.
All right.
What a horrible day at work.
Listen, I've been talking to your old fella.
So?
We've had a boss idea, window cleaning.
Oh, yeah, where?
I'm just sounding about. I've already been down close, but there's no one in, so I think they're getting some leaflets done.
Well, I'll believe that when I see it.
What's up with you?
Just told you, haven't I? Work.
Oh, what's up? You dropped the shampoo on the floor.
No. It's Jared.
What about him?
Who's been eating this?
Mate, it was sound.
All of it?
No, your old fella had a little bit. Don't know what I got left over. Had it been here, it wouldn't have.
Oh, you!
Right, well, if you won't talk to her, then I will.
Chris, the kids will be all right, love, if you just leave them alone.
You might not think education is important, Frank, but I do.
Chris, I never passed any exams, and it didn't do me any harm, love. So who's saying Sammy won't pass her exams anyway? And what's wrong with having a few principles?
Oh, I don't mind her having a few principles, so long as she keeps them out of school.
Listen, Chris, you're the one who's always saying people should speak up for themselves.
I just don't want her rocking the boat, that's all. I don't want them thinking that we're a family of troublemakers.
Why not?
Because they blame the parents for one thing. I don't know, there's a lad who can keep his nose clean. Why can't ours be more like him? See, somebody's tidied up in here.
And somebody's done the washing up.
Thanks. It'll be Jeff. We're trying to get into our good books in case we come back with bad news. So he's keeping out of the way.
Suppose we better tell him how we got on. Shall I call him or will you?
What are we going to tell him? The teacher thinks you're a scally like your dad.
I never said that.
Oh, as good as. Anyway, I think the one we should be talking to is Sammy.
And what are we going to tell her? That toffee-nosed twit that calls himself a teacher thinks she should keep her mouth shut.
We are not going to tell her anything. We're going to listen to what she has to say. And you are not going to call Mr. Jenkins a toffee-nosed twit.
Who's going to stop me?
Look, Sammy is at an age to be rebellious without our help. We've got to support the school on this one, whether we like it or not. So are you going to call her or shall I?
He's eating that trifle.
Eating a trifle, eh? Shouldn't have done that.
Oh, that's right. Take his side.
I'm not taking anyone's side.
Yes, you are. You always do, you men. You're all the same.
Oh, I don't know about that. Taller than him for a start.
Yeah, but you're not as good as eating trifle as I am.
Now, just remember, leave this to me, eh? I was just doing geography.
Your mum wants a word.
What about? About you and school. Me? I thought it was our Jeff you went to see about.
So did I.
It was Mr. Jenkins we saw. Oh, him. Never mind, oh, him. He's very concerned about you. Now, what's all this about you not doing the dissecting in biology, eh?
Do you know what they do? They breed animals especially so that people can cut them up. That's not right, is it?
But it's so you can learn from them, Sammy.
We can do that without cutting things up, though. Thousands of people have dissected rats anyway. Everyone knows what's inside them. There's drawings in all the books.
A drawing's not the same, though, love, is it?
It's best than cutting things up, though. They do it to all sorts, fishes, frogs, worms.
I don't think we need to worry too much about the worms, Sam.
We should worry about everything. They're all living creatures, aren't they?
If we worried too much, love, we wouldn't eat anything.
But there's no need for anyone to eat meat anyway. Do you realise there wouldn't be a shortage of food anyway if we didn't feed so much of the world's grain to cattle?
Oh, look, that isn't the point, Sammy.
But I'm sure more people would object to this kind of thing if they knew the facts. Well, that's the point of the demo that we have to next. Well, you did say I could go, remember?
I know we did, love.
And I'll only be away for the one night.
Oh, there's no need for you to stay. Your dad will come and pick you up.
Well, I want to. Well, I want to come back on the coach with all the others. My dad wouldn't want to drive all the way to London.
You've got to stop this, you know. You can't go shooting off upstairs every time someone says something you don't like. You don't want to start living in your bedroom, do you?
I wouldn't mind.
Oh, behave, Tracy. I've had a hard day at work. I don't want to come home and have to sort you out as well.
You've had a hard day.
Look, you've got to get on with it. Put up with things.
Oh, what would you know about that?
Oh, look, don't think it's always been easy for me, you know. How do you think I felt when I was out of work, eh? We nearly lost this house. And then your mum going and that.
wish my mum would come back.
Yeah, well, look, what's done is done. There's no use going backwards.
Why did she have to go anyway?
We've got to make the best of what we've got. I do, Rod does, Sheila does.
Yeah, and who asked her to come?
Who?
Sheila.
Oh, come on, Sace, you can't begrudge her a roof, can you? You should have seen the dump she was living in. I couldn't leave her there.
I miss Kathy.
Is that the trouble then, Sheila being here, is it?
Not really.
But you've got to snap out of it, you know. You've got to learn to live together no matter who you live with. Just cheer up and come downstairs, for God's sake.
Dad?
What?
Oh, nothing.
Look, just keep smiling. That's what I do.
I know.
I'm going to go downstairs. I'm going to make the tea. You put a bit of makeup on, put a smile on your face. It'll be better then, won't you?
Yeah.
I told you this animal lid business would lead to trouble.
What trouble? You said I could go on this demo.
We didn't know it was in London.
I'll need a note from this girl's auntie.
That's all right, you can have one.
There are some grown-ups going, aren't there?
I'm grown up, aren't I?
I don't call 15 grown up.
Oh, it's properly organised. Oh, you said I could go.
Read this. It's a note from Ralph.
What's he sending us notes for?
I can go, can't I?
Oh, he's probably too scared to face us. Said Harry's wrong him from his sons.
Asked me to tell you he does not accept your offer for the house. Well, he can't do this, can he?
Oh, he can do a lot worse.
Dad?
All right, love.
It's a note to stick with.
He wants us out within a month.
In Jimmy's Next, a shocking diagnosis for a man of 20 who even so has a fighting chance for a full recovery.
All right, Billy, kid. Hey, just call me the White Tornado, eh?
So listen, Adolf, then.
Making a bid for Sinbad's round, aren't I?
That's what I told Jamie to do last week.
Yeah, well, he's had his chance and he's blown it, hasn't he? Hey, listen, I'm doing yours for free, and then I'm going to charge everyone else the going rate. What do you reckon?
When we were kids, you always wanted to be a fireman, not a window cleaner. What made you change your mind?
Haven't you heard? I'm an eccentric millionaire, aren't I?
Come here, Jimmy, what's going on?
I'm cleaning your windows.
Jimmy?
I've been thrown out.
Again?
Yeah, serious this time, Bill.
How'd you know?
I know, because she's burned me clothes, hasn't she? Usually she just sends them down to the Oxfam shop.
Oh, see, yeah.
Listen, Bill, I'm really down on me uppers. I don't even know anyone who's knocking anything off these days.
Whatever happened to private enterprise, eh? There you go, lad.
Hey, listen, it's just a loan, right?
Behave yourself. You bail me out more times than Soft Joe, you have.
Billy, you're getting it back, right?
Look, whenever. So forget all that. Come in and have a cup of tea, all right?
No, Billy, I'm serious, right? Look, I'm going to make a go of this, even if it's only for a few weeks, right? Hey, listen, I'll see you later.
Hey, Jimmy. What? You're not casing anyone's place, are you?
Yeah, what?
I don't want anyone's house burgled down here, right?
Billy, behave yourself, will ya? I had a big enough cock-up of it last time, didn't I? I know when I'm licked, you know. Listen, from now on, I'm sticking to honest knock-off gear, OK? Or else cleaning windows. I'll catch up with you later.
So?
Well, he's just been on the blower to see if there's any progress about selling the house.
Do you want me to do your windows next, love, or what?
Thanks, but no thanks. Listen, you can tell the Fuhrer there have been no inquiries up to date.
None at all.
If there are, you'll be the first to know. All right.
Yeah, all right. Well, why doesn't she want me to clean her windows, eh? She's got someone coming round to see the house, hasn't she? Wants it to look a show.
Oh,
she's not that sort. Hey, listen, you know what you want to do? Pretend that you want to buy it. Give the estate agents a ring, see what they've got to say. It's a bit deceitful, isn't it? That's only what I should do. I'd be dead proud of you, you know. Listen, I'll do your windows later on, all right? See you then.
That you, Gordon?
Yeah.
Well, you timed that well. I just made the tea.
Oh, great, Dad. I could really do with one, thanks.
What's up? Look as though you've just been to a funeral.
Oh, it hasn't been sold yet. Ah, well, I'd like to view the property, please. Yeah, 4 o'clock will be fine. A name, Granger, Michael Granger. Right, thank you very much. Well, they'll be on the phone to Mrs. Rogers right away. That ought to please Harry, eh? Why don't people trust each other anymore?
Jimmy?
What?
My windows. Someone's coming to see the place at 4 o'clock tomorrow. If you still want to clean them, you're on.
Oh, sound. Hey, listen, I haven't got my file of facts with me at the moment, but I'll fit you in, no problem. All right, love.
The funeral, was it Christopher's friend? The one with AIDS?
Yeah. Yeah, the one staying in his flat.
Do you know if Christopher...
There's nothing to worry about, Dad.
What's the matter? What is it?
It's Christopher. There's been a tension between us recently. We don't seem to have that much in common. Not anymore. We've, split up.
Your mother and I are going to Kendal for a few days. Why don't you come with us? The change might do you good.
No, I need to be on my own.
Oh, come on. It's years since we were all away together.
Another time, maybe, Dad.
Well, if you change your mind and you feel like some company and fresh air.
I'll get over it.
What do you think you're doing?
Well, Mrs. Collins said it'd be all right.
Well, she never mentioned anything to me.
Oh, aye, yeah, she said anyone would be better than Sinbad.
Since when have you been a window cleaner?
Since windows got dirty and I needed money, that's when.
Well, start round the back, will you?
Cheers.
She never mentioned a thing to me.
It can't be any worse than Sinbad.
We hope.
What the?
It's cracked. It just slipped out of my fingers.
Oh, no.
You damned idiot.
It wasn't my fault.
Well, whose fault was it? Mine?
It was an accident.
Brilliant. She'd give up window cleaning and become a detective. Anna's only got herself to blame for this. She should never have given you the go-ahead.
She didn't give you the go-ahead?
What?
Come on, your windows were rotten, weren't they? Look, she would have said yeah. I was just going to surprise her, you know, on your behalf, like.
I think you've managed that all right.
Hey, she'll blame us for believing him.
Hey, you haven't got a screwdriver, have you?
Guess who?
King Kong.
What are you doing all in your Todd?
I'm waiting for my boyfriend.
Oh, I see.
I'm early.
You can do better than that, Tracy.
No, we'll be here in a minute.
A minute? Sure about that?
Yeah.
Absolutely certain. 59, 58.
It's a new one, I suppose.
Well, let's see what Corkill comes up with first, eh? If the worst comes to the worst...
And it probably will.
I'll tell Mum I did it, OK?
Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive.
I'm going to get a job.
Good, if that's what you want.
No, a real job, I mean. Preferably something that requires little effort and pays a lot of money.
Oh, I looked for that job for 45 years.
Well, find it.
I hope you do.
I've been lucky, I suppose. If all this business with Chris had happened next month, I'd have been right in Stuck. House, the mortgage. We'd have had to put the house up for sale or something. Gran would have been waiting years for her money.
Yes, as you say, you were lucky. What are you going to do with the capital?
I'll give it back to Gran. If you and Mum don't mind me staying here, that is.
This is your home, Gordon.
Yeah, I got a replacement for you here. No problem.
Well, hurry up with it, eh?
All right, all right. I've only got one pair of hands, you know.
He's not gonna show.
You'll be here in a minute.
What's in the bag?
It's a record, Julia Ford saw it on Wired a few months ago.
Oh, yeah?
She just says women should do what they want and they shouldn't let anyone put them down just because of who you are.
Sounds like she's got her head screwed on.
Yes, she has.
She's not the only one. I'm offering you a lift home. You're smart enough to say yes, aren't you?
You don't know what to do when he gets here.
We can put two and two together. I know you can. We're looking for someone special. We want to groom her up to become a stylist. Groom her up. Do you like that one? I might buy this record myself. He is late, isn't he?
Right, I'll pick your mother up at the courts, and with any luck, we'll be in Kendal 8-ish. Come and join us over the weekend if you want.
Well, if the mood takes me, I just might. And, don't worry about Jimmy.
Easier said than done.
I'll handle it. Just make sure you and Mum have a good time, OK?
Right.
Drive carefully, Dad.
Yeah, but she's going to be expecting somebody at 4 o'clock and no one's going to turn up. Oh, all right, please yourself, then. Rommel, oh, aye, he's here, yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to feed him. Yeah, all right, Harry, well, I'll see you next week. Well, yeah, say hello to Sally for me, will you? Yeah, ta-ra. Well, you great big walking flea factory. Time your stuff to your face. Come on.
I'm disappointed in you, Tracy. Face it, he's not gonna show. You've been here half an hour. He's had his chance.
We'll get it eventually.
We both know he won't. You're too attractive to be stood up by some nobody. Especially when I'm offering you a lift home. He's in no position to say anything if we go now.
I'm always making excuses for him.
Why bother?
This time it's pushed me too far.
Now you're talking.
I shouldn't have to put up with this.
No reason at all.
I'm an independent woman now. Judy Fordham wouldn't put up with it. And to feel off and raise the bus.
Want to conceive children with...
Why don't you use the bathroom? Because your dad's up there, that's why.
How'd you get your hands that dirty cleaning windows?
I've been plumbing the Collins sink, haven't I?
You what? See you later then, eh?
Your tea's nearly ready.
I'll have it later. Well, I'm not hungry, really.
Put it in the oven for you.
No, whack it out amongst yourselves. I'm not staying in.
Where you going?
Just out.
Where?
Nowhere special.
Who with?
No one.
You're going with that Linda, aren't you?
Hey, who's Linda?
Is that why you're all dolled up?
You can do better than that, Dad.
Hey, how old is she?
Don't go throwing yourself at her because she won't want to know.
I'm not throwing myself at anyone, all right?
And don't go spending all your money on her because you won't get it back.
Who said I'm going with Linda anyway?
Where are we going with then?
Dat. We'll get you that. See you later.
Hey, you can't tell him nothing, can you?
Who is she?
Are you listening in there?
So, aren't you going out for a date then?
Not really, no.
Great stuff. We can go for a pint, can't we? All this window cleaning, you know, it's knackering stuff.
No, well, this is private, like.
Oh, wait, Billy, 1 pint, that's all I'm asking, just 1 pint.
Go on your own.
I don't like drinking on my own, do I? And anyway, if I drink with someone else, I'll have to buy a round, won't I?
All right, then, buy a round. Buy 3 if you like, but just leave me alone tonight, all right?
Cheers, Billy, mate. Hey, you're a gent. Hey, tell that girl of yours she's dead lucky. And if she ever needs an independent assessment of your generosity, give her my number. Oh, on second thoughts, you better not, because I haven't got one anymore, have I?
See you later.
All right, I'll see you later, mate. Sit down.
Sit down.
Hey, Jimmy!
What?
That wash basin is stuck in our bathroom.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, it's beige. Our bathroom suite's avocado.
I thought it was green.
My dad'll have a fit.
Oh, all right. You'll have a completely beige bathroom suite before the night's out, all right?
You'll just make sure you do, and quick.
Okay.
Do you think that,
What?
Nothing.
What?
Do you think they're sleeping together?
No, don't talk soft.
But why aren't they?
Well, my dad's not like that, is he?
Yes, he is. All fellas are like that. Bet you that Linda's like that.
No. He hasn't stayed out all night before, has he?
Yeah.
Not with her.
Well, I don't know, do I? Anyway, you don't have to stay out all night.
Yeah, well, if he hasn't stayed out all night with her before, the chances are they haven't.
Yet. Or maybe tonight.
No, he said he'd be back later.
Yeah.
Not in this house, they don't.
It's his house.
Well, I pay me way. Me and Kirsty don't do anything here. And you and Jamie don't. Do you?
Mind your own business. Anyway, I thought we were talking about my dad.
Yeah, we are. And there's nothing going to happen tonight with him and this Linda. Not while we're around. All right?
And Harry reckons there's been no takers because of the state of the garden and a broken banister.
Look, Frank has been too busy to fix anything. And anyway, I think the banister's the landlord's responsibility. I don't see how it makes any difference. People can't see it from the outside. Hey, any chance with my windows?
I've only got 1 pair of hands, you know.
Yeah. Another one who's all zip and no trousers.
All right. I've said I'll do them, and I will, okay?
Yeah, and pigs might fly. Look, if you want to do anything with the garden, please be my guest.
What's he doing with that bath?
Cleaning my windows. How would I know?
Maybe we're going about this all wrong.
How do you mean?
Well, if he knows we don't like it, he might just keep on seeing it out of spite. Do you know what I mean?
Well, could invite her around for tea.
That's going a bit far, isn't it?
She can do the washing up. Bet she's getting them bevied now, loosening them up for later.
Yeah, well, there isn't going to be any later. I'll see to that.
Do you think he'd let us know where he was going?
Well, he might phone.
And what do we do if he doesn't send out a search party? An hour he's been gone, an hour and still no sign. What time is it?
10 past.
10 past? 10 past and still no sign of him. Oh, wait till he gets home, I'll brain him. 10 past 8.
There you are.
Oh, where do you think you're going?
Listen, I've still got to do the Rogers windows, you know.
Not till you get rid of the basin, the bath, the loo.
What?
You heard.
Oh, way. You couldn't lend us a torch, could you?
Oh, don't get excited, Rommel. I'm just having a little nightcap, that's all. And he's got plenty of this, he won't miss it. It tastes better if I thought he would. Well, here's to you, and absent friends.
You met Linda, haven't you?
Sort of.
That'll get you coat, Linda.
Oh, thanks.
How long's she stopping?
Hey, she has got a name.
Oh, sorry, didn't mean it like that.
That's all right. I'm not stopping long. Cheers, Rod.
Cheers.
Gin and tonic, ice and lemon. Do you?
You certainly know how to spoil a girl, Billy.
I've never noticed.
We've just been out to a lovely Mexican restaurant, Pablo's, wasn't it, Billy?
Yeah, it was great.
You ever been there?
Can't afford it.
So, what have you two been doing then?
I've been cooking me dad's tea.
Take no notice. I said I wouldn't be back till now, you know.
Didn't tell us where you were going, no, did you?
You mind your own business, you.
Oh, you should have told them, Billy. I mean, it wasn't a secret or anything, was it?
Well, they don't tell me where they're going, do they?
Never ask.
I'll never go anywhere.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't we get one, like?
Help yourselves.
I'll get them.
Hey, will you? Suppose that nightcap will help you sleep, won't it?
Doesn't have that effect on me. Does it have that effect on you, Tracy?
No, it keeps me awake.
Thought you two would be in bed by now.
I'm not tired.
I'm wide awake.
Oh, you won't be saying that in the morning when you got to get up for work.
I'm on nights.
I've got them on and off anyway because they owe me half a day.
Oh, that's lucky, isn't it? I hate getting up in the mornings.
Yeah, it is lucky because it means we can stay up all night if we want.
Linda works in the accounts department.
Yeah, we know, yeah.
You told them that last time.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Oh, good night. Look, if you're on nights, what are you doing here?
Shift starts tomorrow.
Do you like being a policeman?
Yeah, it's all right, yeah.
Why don't you go to bed now, eh?
Anyone fancy another?
Oh, go ahead.
But you still know what days, Rod?
Not bothered.
Thought you'd gone up.
No.
All right, what's the game?
I'm washing my hair.
What's this hour of night?
Yeah, well, I'm off in the morning, aren't I?
Well, I'm not.
We'll go to bed then.
What's wrong with the bathroom?
It's too cold up there.
Oh, come on, Linda. We're going to need peace here. I'll drive you back to your place.
Oh, no, I couldn't let you do that, Dad.
You what?
Not after the amount you've drunk tonight.
Go away. I've hardly had anything.
You've had 3 gin and tonics since you've been here. 2 big ones. I'm not counting what you had in the restaurant.
Listen, you.
Daddy's got to stop you. Well, he's never off duty, is he?
That's all right, Billy. I don't mind getting a taxi. Honest.
I'll get your coat.
I'll get your taxi.
All right, kid.
You nearly frightened the life out of me, you idiot.
I am knackered, totally.
No more than you deserve.
Yeah, well, I'm too tired to argue. I'm going home. See ya. Oh, by the way, you know it's £2 for your windows.
You've got to be joking.
Come on. Oh, wait.
Your taxi's here.
Nice seeing you again, Mrs.
Linda.
Linda.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Tracy.
Hang about. Where are you going? See Linda home, aren't I?
What time will you be back?
Eventually, but you two will be in bed then, won't you?
Chris.
Oh, no, we've got Jimmy to thank for that.
Who?
Jimmy Corkill, Billy's brother.
Well, he must have used dirty water. Worse now than what they were before.
Yeah. Tasty any more tea? What are you still doing here?
Nothing. I'll give you nothing. Have you seen the time?
No.
Oh, hey, don't give me that.
The other two are well gone, you know. I didn't know.
Well, go on, get going.
Can't. I'm expecting a delivery.
I don't care if you're expecting twins. Get a move on.
You heard your father. Now shift. Well, anyway, it'll be quite big, so just tell a fella to leave it in the hall or something. Oh, get out! What's wrong with our windows?
Get out! Do you know anything about this delivery?
Oh, take no notice of me. He's only having us on.
I don't know who he takes after, you know, but it's definitely not me.
He does look a bit like the milkman.
I'm glad it's not the postman. He looks a right skelly. He's right about those windows, though.
Oh, no. I'll kill that Jimmy Corker when I get hold of him.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's done us a bit of a favour, really. Whoever comes to view the house to sell, he won't be too impressed.
Oh, no, Frank. If we get this house, we're going about it the right way.
Chris, I want to buy it too, you know, love.
No one's arguing with you. What's this union job going to mean? If you start losing overtime?
Only if I get too involved in things, which I won't.
Or have to recommend no overtime at all.
Oh, come on.
And then there's all the hours you spend at these meetings.
Chris, we've already been through this, love. I am not taking a union job, so let's not talk about it anymore, all right?
Look, I'm not having a go at you, love.
No, I know you're not, love.
Look, there's no unwritten law that says we have to buy this house, you know. Or that all children have to go on £200 to throw school holidays.
Yes, there is. Everybody else seems to own a house. Why shouldn't we? Everybody else's kids goes on school trips. Why shouldn't ours?
I just don't want you to feel like you've got a ball and chain around your neck, that's all.
Chris, I'm staying as I am, love. No bother. So let's not talk about it anymore, eh?
All right. I just needed to know we were still thinking along the same lines, that's all.
Of course we are, eh?
Oh, and another thing.
Oh, I don't like the sound of this.
Sammy's going on about going on another demo to Edinburgh. I just thought I'd warn you.
Hey, Chris, look at it, sound. I better make a move.
Okay.
I'll see you later, love.
Yeah,
All right.
bye, love.
See ya.
It didn't bite anyone. No. But it was quite nice, really. There we go. There's your shoes on again. Shall we go and see who's out there? Come on, then. Off we go. Anybody there? Oh. Looks like it's just us. And a load of dirty dishes. That's nice.
Yeah, love. Usually it's £3, but since as it's you, I'll do you a bit of a favour. £2.50. What do you say?
I think you owe me £2.50.
What are you on about?
Well, look at these windows. They're rotten. What did you have in your bucket? Filth.
It was dark, wasn't it?
Yeah, and so are my windows now.
All right, I'll go and get me buckets.
Good.
Hey, listen, love. Couldn't put your radio up a bit, could you? Helps me work better, do you know what I mean?
Really?
Cheers.
Morning, Frank. Fancy a dip? Of course, if we had a decent shop steward.
Don't start, Ken.
I haven't said a word.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
It's amazing, though, isn't it, eh?
What?
Jeff Howard being the shop steward.
What's amazing about it?
Did you vote for him?
I wasn't here then.
I've never met anybody who did. Everyone wants him out.
Vote him out then?
Yeah, but who do we vote in?
You?
No. I'm what they call unelectable.
I'd vote for you.
Yeah, and everyone else would vote for you.
I'm not standing.
Frank, I'd vote for you. The lads would vote for you. Even the girls in the canteen would vote for you.
No.
Give me one good reason.
Because I don't want to, that's why.
What, you mean you'd rather Jeff Howard kept his cushy job?
It's not that cushy. All the lads moaning at you all the time.
Well, the lads are moaning at you at the moment. But it's his job, not yours.
Is there a mop round here?
What's the point, eh? It'll all be flooded again in a couple of minutes.
I want to wash my hands, not my feet.
Oh, yeah? Well, maybe if we had a decent shop steward, you could.
Leave it out, Ken.
You know, with toilets in this state, they ought to issue us with wellies. Do you think Lech Valenza could swing that one?
Where is he?
Oh, he's probably slugging it out toe-to-toe with the management in a wine bar.
Couldn't turn it up a bit, could you, love?
I already have.
Well, I can't hear it.
And then tomorrow at 9:05.
What now?
Couldn't put Radio Maisie's side on, could you? Get a bit fed up listening to all those fellas droning on, do you know what I mean?
Come back, Sinbad. All is forgiven.
Oh, by the way,
What now?
you haven't got a screwdriver you could lend us, have you?
What for?
Because I've got a few screws that need screwing down, haven't I?
Oh, ask a stupid question.
Well, have you, the what?
Radio Merseyside, a screwdriver. Is there anything else you want?
No, that's all. Screwdriver's the important thing. All right.
Yeah, well, tell us something I don't know, will you? Well, the management wouldn't stand for it, would they? They wouldn't fancy getting that man in his suit soaked to the knees every time he went to wash their hands. So we'd see a bit of action then. Yeah, well, you'd be seeing a bit of action today, all right. You only pulled your finger up because me and the lads kept on at you. God knows what we'll have to do to get a pay rise. Start a war, probably.
Yeah, well, remember, the first one over the barricades is the first ones to get shot. Remember that, Frank.
And the last one over the barricades gets shot by his mates, fed up waiting for him to join a fight. You remember that one, comrade?
Still think you can beat me, do you?
I'm not even standing.
Why not? Don't fancy recommending a work to rule or an overtime ban to the lads, eh?
Hey, Jimmy! Jimmy!
What's going on?
Not a lot.
What's everyone doing here, like?
Discussing the situation in the Middle East, we're all a bit worried about it. We've got these stuff to contain it. Someone made a cock-up last night when they were loading it or something. I don't know. So, we've all got to wait.
Great. That's just what we need. What time did you out, Ken?
Half an hour ago. The lads have been waiting up to an hour and a half. Perhaps we should have stayed in bed.
What time of day did you out?
7:45.
You what?
Hey, up. Just had a word with our elders and betters who've kindly consented to allow us to wait in the canteen. All right, lads?
How long's it gonna be, like?
Ask the forklift boys.
Hey, forklift boy. One's off sick.
That explains the delay then, doesn't it?
Still doesn't excuse it, though, does it?
Well, I'm not saying it does, but, I mean, what can I do about it?
It's all right, carry on this, you know. What's the rush with this container, anyway?
All for the common good there, Frank.
Not doing us much good hanging around here kissing our bonuses goodbye.
That's a top priority delivery of carbon black for a rubber factory in the Midlands. Probably clinch us a new contract. Give yous lot a cushy number and get bags of overtime.
We're always getting told this, but we never see any more money in our wage packets. We want to be on the road now, getting our hours in.
Doesn't everyone, Frank? But you're just going to have to wait your turn like everyone else.
I'm due out at 11. I'm supposed to be going to Newcastle this afternoon.
Time is money, and we're losing both waiting here.
Don't you think the white shirts up there know that? Don't you think I've said that to them?
What did you say, like?
I daren't repeat it. They said if you're that annoyed about losing your bonus and your road time, grab a hand truck and de-stuff the container yourselves. Told you wouldn't like it.
What did you say the load was again?
Carbon black. Bulky but light, low density stuff.
Yeah, it's so light the management's are queuing up to give us a hand, aren't they?
Why don't I get us all a nice cup of tea, eh, lads? And a plate of bickies.
All right.
Hey!
Barry, don't switch the...
Hey, this is not to do with you, is it?
Oi!
Tea break, I suppose?
Oh, hey.
Oh, come on, Ken. He's entitled. Same as the rest of us. Am I right, Frank?
Don't overdo it, Jeff.
Well, there's no good moaning at the lad simply because he's doing what we're doing.
It's costing us money, Jeff. Pounds, shillings and pence.
Come, Ed. We've been through all this before.
We can't give him a hand. It's not allowed.
Quite right. Demarcation. Absolutely, Frank. Well, whatever you lads decide you want to do, I won't be around for a few hours, OK?
Frank. Well. Well.
What are you looking at me for? You heard what he said. It's against the union rules.
We want to get going, don't we? I mean, you and all.
Of course I do.
Well.
Oh, hey, man, get off with you. We'll sort it out, honest.
Go on there, Sheila. You don't want little Claire getting all messed up hanging around here, do you?
No word, man. Only we can manage. Look, we'll clear it up.
Yeah, like you've managed so far, you mean?
Look, it was all my fault, this.
Oh, I can't bear it.
Man, I told you. Look, it's nothing now. We'll fix it in no time.
Yeah, well, you better add.
Hello there. Just dropped round to do some measuring up.
Prodigal son. Any left for me? Well, you're disappearing for a few hours. Why are you going to report me to Union HQ, were you?
Should be worth a few more votes too, eh, Frank?
Waste of time. He's the only candidate.
I keep forgetting, don't I? Yeah. You like the quiet life too much to consider being a shop steward, don't you, Frank? Might jeopardise that management job you got your eye on, eh? All them perks. Nice house, nice job.
You're dead right.
Get your new bathroom suite, Mr. Osborne. Everything should be costing, shouldn't it?
It's the least of the problem. Never liked the colour anyway. It's the damage from the flood that's going to cost.
Yeah, well, like I said, we're going to pay for it, aren't we?
Oh, thanks very much. Did you think I was going to pay for it? It's the ceilings. They're all going to have to be replaced. Not to mention the floorboards.
Yeah, well, once it's tried, it won't be so bad, will it? Why don't you come back then? You can have a let's
Oh, don't you worry. From now on, I'm going to keep an eye on this place as much as I can. God knows what damage has been done to the electrics.
Yeah, well, you've got no worries there because I know one like Spark, don't I? He'll give it the once-over for
Yeah,
us.
I know Spark 2 will give it the once-over. All right.
All right, yeah.
How did this happen, anyway?
Well, it's a long story, Mr. Osborne.
Yeah,
you know
it
me.
usually is. Right. As soon as you bail this water out, you let me know. This house is going to be resurveyed, and you are going to pay for it, along with the cost of all the other damages. You're going to be getting a letter from my solicitor about this. OK.
Great.
Are you all right, mate?
Where's Jeff? Where is he?
He's on his dinner hour.
Hey! Come here, you. And be quick about it. Come on. Right, why aren't you at school?
What's my dinner hour?
Don't come at Jeff. I am warning you.
I just want to see if he'd arrived, that's all.
Yeah, well, they have. What's the big idea?
Sammy's got a job. Thought I'd get one.
And who said you could?
It's not fair on you, me dad, is it?
What isn't?
School oldies and that. You can't afford it.
Oh, says who?
Sammy's helping to pay for this. Just thought I would.
What time's afternoon registration?
1:30.
Well, if you run, you might just make it.
So is it okay?
If this interferes in any way with your schoolwork, Jeff, you can forget it, all right?
Thanks for Mum.
Look, it was nobody's fault. Yeah, it was. It was somebody's fault. Who's? Yours. What do you mean, Frank? I wasn't even here when it happened. I know, yeah. You're like policemen in taxis, aren't you? You're never there when you want to, eh? What's the game, Frank? I didn't know you wanted to be the shop steward. Somebody could have really cooperated today, and I would have been down to you. Shut it! You encouraged the lads to load up, and you should have been stopping them. Oh, come on, Frank, you're upset. Look, you don't know what you're talking about. It's happened before this, and it'll happen again. What you should be doing is drawing up a plan for when a forklift driver's off sick. Look, there is a plan for absentee forklift drivers. I instigated it, see? Well, no wonder it doesn't work, then. Yeah, look, it's the system. Whenever there's contingency, something's bound to go wrong, isn't it? What you should be doing is getting the management to pull a finger out, and then maybe we wouldn't be standing there looking like the corners had the black and white minstrels. Yeah, that's right. It all sounds so simple, doesn't it, huh? Now, listen, lads. Nobody got hurt here today. But supposing somebody had been maimed or even killed. Now, you can just hear the management, can't you, eh? It shouldn't have been doing another man's job. We have strict union rules. And you plant-pot, you'd have been singing the same tune. Compensation, we'd have all been whistling for it. Oh, I see. You are standing for shop steward, aren't you, Frank?
Well, whose fault is it, then?
Look, Mum, I don't know why Jimmy was in the bathroom taking out the bathroom suite, do I?
What has Jimmy got to do with all this?
I don't know. I don't know why he was there.
Come on.
Mum, I don't know, honest.
Well, you better find out, all right?
Yeah, OK, I'll find out.
And what about Osborne?
What about him?
How much is it going to cost me?
I don't know, Mum, but whatever it costs, I'll cover it, all right?
OK.
Hey, Bazzy. Sorry, mate.
Look, I'm gonna have to go and get a new bathroom suite now, and you're gonna help me put it in, right?
Well, listen, no sweat. Look, yeah, I've got one in the garage here.
Oh, mega.
Hey, the only trouble is, though, you know, the sink has got a bit of a crack in it, like.
No, that's no problem. He's gonna rip the bathroom out anyway, ain't he?
Yeah, but we're gonna need, you know, plumber's mate to fit the bog in, like.
It's all in there, isn't it?
Hey, listen, back. I'm sorry, mate.
Oh, it's no problem. What were you doing in there anyway, Jimmy?
Well, I needed a bathroom suite quick, didn't I, eh?
So?
So? The shops were shut, weren't they?
Get out the way.
Hey, to go on Jeff when you said it was his fault, talk about a whiter shade of pale. That was worth a day's bonus by itself. Here we are, lads. Home, sweet home.
Hey, all lads. Things are looking up here. Good news.
I've got you a free dinner and a pudding. You're the pudding. I'm sick of this.
I know, eh?
Toilet's fixed by 1 o'clock.
Oh, you read the memo.
It's 20 past.
Yeah, well, look, I can understand your feelings, Frank, but look, I mean...
You are the world's worst, pal. Even at my disciplinary hearing, you were crap.
Now, look, Frank, I spoke up for you, you know I did.
And when you spoke up for me, you wants to bring back hanging.
Look, I'm as garbage. I'm as choked as you are about...
You're choked! You're choked! We're full of dirt and crap. You're not. How come I am?
Yeah, look, Frank, this is not the way.
It might be the only way, pal. Hey? We have lost our bonus today. But whatever happens, we are not going home like this.
Okay, Frank, look, I'll have a word with Mike.
Never mind words! Now you do something! Because if you don't...
Frank, if you hit me, you're in big trouble, remember that? You.
You're finished. If Frank stands, you won't get a vote.
Oh. Anyway, what are you going to do?
Oh, lads, look, behave yourselves, will you? Come on. Look, if you do anything stupid, I won't be able to get your jobs back. Oh, come on now. Lads.
Yeah? Not bad, eh?
Not bad. Not good either.
What are you on about? Hey, listen, Sinbad never got him looking like that, you know.
Sinbad never took 2 days to clean them either.
Listen, Sinbad never took 2 minutes, never mind 2 days.
All right, I'll accept that.
Great. 250 we said, didn't we?
You're not still thinking of charging me after all that carry-on last night, are you?
What are you on about? I've cleaned your windows, haven't I, eh? Come on, you've got to pay business as business, you know.
All right, you owe me £2.50 for the loan of a screwdriver, then.
I never even used the thing.
If you hire a lawnmower and don't use it, you still have to pay for it. Business.
Dick Turpin's still looking for a wife, you know.
Shame I'm already married, then, isn't it? And lucky enough, I can afford highway robbery.
Oh.
They are.
Nice one. See ya.
Jimmy.
Hmm. Oh.
You do?
Hey, Jimmy. Oh, all right, better, mate. Did you manage to square things with your mum or what?
Yeah, I did.
How'd you go on?
I lied.
Oh, well, listen, mate, short of saying sorry again, what else can I do, eh?
Well, I've been thinking about that, Jim.
Hey, listen, I'm not doing this for a joke, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I'm not having you wrecking our house and then me paying for it.
All right, then, well, what do you suggest?
I suggest you come over and help me tidy up. That's what I suggest.
Okay, no problem, sound.
I want some carpets as well.
What sort of carpets?
Free carpets.
Free? What, for the house?
No, for someone I know, like.
Well, what do you want? What, phone back or what?
No, Essie and stuff.
Essie, and what, with the underlay in there?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Well, what colour do you want?
Peachy or green, but it's got to be plain, no patterns on it.
All right, no problem, we'll sort it for you. Yeah?
And another thing, Jim, do you reckon you can get your Billies to come and have a look at the electrics in our house? Because they're all knackered, aren't they? That Osborne fella's sending a spark around and it's going to cost me an arm and a leg.
All right, I'll have a word with him, OK?
Right, come on, then let's get tidied up.
Hey, listen, you know this carpet, like, I can probably, you know, get it all fitted in for you, inclusive in the price and that, like.
Hey, Jimmy, the price is free.
Oh, I forgot about that, yeah, it's free.
All right?
Yes.
I believe it's like this in Japan, you know. And Sunderland. Oh, right, yeah. Frank, you're going to have to become shop steward. I haven't even been elected yet. No danger. Bet your missus will be chuffed, eh?
Consultant Surgeon Tom Brennan is busy preparing for a historic day at Jimmy's next. The Royal College of Surgeons exams are to be held there.
Home, sweet home.
Sorry, I must go.
Right.
Paul? Paul, come here quickly. What's happened to our bathroom suite?
Ah, yes, well, I don't know. Look, I do know. I'll explain.
I think you'd better.
Oh. Aye, what's going on here, eh? Find you awake?
I couldn't get up. I had a late night last night, you know.
Oh, yeah? With that Linda?
Yeah, good laugh here, you know.
Yeah, that may be, but don't lose your job for her.
What are you on about? I won't lose me job for her or anyone.
Yeah, well, is it serious, this, like?
Serious what?
Well, this Linda, is it serious, like?
Don't be soft, I told you, she's just a good laugh.
Yeah, well, you know what women are like.
Should hope I do. I'm not that old that I've forgotten, you know.
Look, Dad, things are different these days.
Not that different. Things like that haven't changed for thousands of years.
Well, some things have. I mean, you must have read about it, seen it on the telly.
Yeah, oh, yeah. What are you talking about?
Well, what I'm talking about is, you know, when you were a lad, all you had to worry about was getting them in the club and that. But now there's other things.
Oh, see, what sort of things?
Well, what I'm talking about is safety. So if you're going to, you know, with this Linda, all I'm saying is take precautions.
Oh, precautions? You mean, use one of those,
Exactly.
things like...
Yeah.
Look, I haven't got any on me at the moment, so could I borrow some of yours?
What? Get lost, you can get your own.
Glad to see you taking your own advice.
Just trying to make sure you knew about things, that's all.
Well, thanks very much. And listen, when your nan comes round, she needs a lesson in how to suck eggs.
Hang on, Ralph. Tea, no sugar.
Oh, smashing, thanks.
Well, the garden's looking really nice. I have to admit you made a good job of it.
Yeah, well, I've got green fingers, haven't I?
I've got some bleach in the kitchen. That might get it off.
Look, I hope you appreciate all I'm doing here.
Oh, I do, Ralph. Hiya, love. What are you doing home at this time?
All right, Ralph.
Yeah, just fixing a banister.
Yeah, right.
You're not ill or anything, are you?
No, I've got some paperwork to do, so I've come out today.
All right. What sort of paperwork?
Just some figures I've got to check.
Well, don't I usually do the paperwork for you?
No, it's all right. It's work, like you wouldn't know what was going on.
All right, if you're sure.
Yeah, positive. Listen, you go and keep an eye on Mr. Fixie. I'll just get on with this.
Okay. Give us a shout if you need me.
Yeah, all right.
Everything all right?
Everything's fine, thanks. Have you finished with your cup?
I've only just started.
You're going to be long.
Well, after that, it cooled down a bit, won't I?
No, I meant with the banister.
Oh, no, not long.
Hello, Paul Collins. I'm sorry, who? Oh, yes, just a minute, I'll get her. Anna, it's for you. Someone called Miriam.
Miriam Charles? I haven't seen her for years. Hello, Miriam. I'm fine, thanks. How are you? Oh, yes, I'd love to. Whereabouts? Well, I'll meet you at Cavern Walks, then. About 1 o'clock? Lovely. All right, then. Bye.
Going out?
Yes, I'm going out for lunch with Miriam.
Today?
Yes, at 1 o'clock. So I must go and get changed. And when I get back, have that bathroom sorted out.
Hi, Mum.
Hello, Vaughan.
Dad?
Now.
Oh, the bathroom.
Yes.
Someone at the door.
Yes, I heard.
Mrs. Rogers?
Yes?
Hello, I'm Mrs. Adams.
Hello.
Come to view the house.
Come in. This is Ralph. He's doing some work for us upstairs.
How do?
Hello.
Right, we'll start here. This is the hallway. The living room's through there, but my husband's just doing some paperwork at the moment. Do you mind starting upstairs?
No, no.
Okay.
After you.
A new avocado suite. Properly put in, grouted and polished.
I don't think Jimmy can afford a totally new suite.
Well, that's just too bad. Well, your mother certainly isn't going to climb into a second-hand bath. No saying where it came from.
Come off it, Dad. She's already used the toilet and the wash basin.
Well, that's different.
No, it isn't.
Yes, it is. Well, she hadn't realised at the time. Look, I'm not going to argue. You tell your friend...
He's not my friend.
Whatever he is, you tell him I want a new bathroom suite, fitted and finished, and I want it now.
Paul, I'm sorry, but I am not having a bath in that thing. Also, the taps on the basin don't fit properly.
It's all in hand. You'll have to make do for now, though, I'm afraid.
Well, Gordon, are you going to tell me what happened?
Look, Mum, it's a long story, and I don't want to go through it all again. I'll get it fixed.
Should have been sorted out before we came home.
Yes, I'm sorry. I just had other worries on my mind.
Chris?
In part, yes.
Well, what else, then?
It was the bloke who was living in Chris's flat. The one who died of AIDS. It's just that, well, we went around to sort out the flat, and, I knew Chris was pretty upset about it, but... well, he'd always told me that they'd been just good friends. There were some photographs there of the two of them. Holiday photographs of them together. I think they were more than just good friends. And if Chris has been lying about that, well, what else has he been lying about?
And it's really warm in the winter. I think it's living in the close. You know, it cuts down on the cold winds.
Is there any sign of rot anywhere?
No, there's no rot here. I'll guarantee that.
No, I don't think so. You want a surveyor's report anyway, though, won't you?
Oh, yeah. But I don't want to go to the cost of one of those, if it's obvious, though.
Ah, but it isn't always obvious, is it?
No, we keep it well hidden. Only joking. Excuse me.
She was only joking.
You'll know about these things. Would you say it was in sound condition?
Oh, yeah, there's nothing wrong with this house.
What about the neighbourhood?
Smashing. Nice people around here. There's a lawyer lives across the road.
I've been hearing there's some funny neighbours. I don't suppose you've met any while you've been working here, have you?
How do you mean, funny neighbours?
Oh, Mrs. Rogers says there are a couple of old blokes, you know, that live across in the bungalow there. Well, they're evidently a pair of old busybodies. You know, into everybody else's business.
I'm going to have the test.
I think you ought to.
Do you think that's why Chris refused to take the test for the mortgage?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Best to make sure.
Yeah.
What will you do if you are positive?
I'll die, I suppose.
Let's not even talk about that. We're not going to be afraid of ifs.
It is a possibility, though, Dad.
Yes, it is. And so lots of things. Let's be certain before we start talking about things like death.
Yeah. Well, I'm not going to panic. Chris told me they were just good friends, and I've got to believe him.
Exactly.
What if he wasn't telling you the truth?
Then I might do something to get my own back.
Now, look, you mustn't be stupid. You mustn't do anything you'll regret.
Don't let's forget. It was promiscuity that spread this disease in the first place.
Who said anything about promiscuity? It might be how you feel, but I certainly don't find jumping into bed with someone else something I do for revenge.
I didn't mean it like that. I just thought...
Look, why don't you find out from Chris again and make sure? Now the man is dead, he's no reason to lie.
Not sure where Chris is.
Oh. Any chance of you getting back together again?
Difficult to say. Till I contact him or he contacts me, none. Anyway, I thought you didn't like him.
Well, I don't particularly. If you are going to live with a man, I'd feel happier if it were the same one.
So would I.
I thought you'd have realised he was one of the old nosy barkers I was talking about.
No, I thought it was some builder just here to repair your banister.
I wish I'd have seen his face. Excuse me.
Right. I've just phoned Harry, and he said he's not selling to either of you. I told him what was said, and he's not interested at any price.
Well, that's all right, because I'm not interested in having a couple of grumpy old busybodies as neighbours anyway. I wouldn't buy this house if you were giving it away with cornflake packets.
I'm sorry about this, Mrs. Adams.
Oh, that's all right. Thanks for your warning. You saved me from Mr. Fix-It and his friend.
Oh, now look what you've done.
Oh, you think you're clever, don't you? Trying to put people off buying a house so as you can get it cheap. Well, Harry says he's not interested in having any of his neighbours. Not you, your husband, his lorry, nor that little hooligan of yours.
Oh, Harry says, does he?
Yeah, Harry said... Look, I'm just passing the message on.
Will you tell Harry Cross that we wouldn't buy this house off him if it was the last place on earth? Now, get out.
No, I don't tell him.
Go ahead.
And what did you tell him that for?
Because he said he wouldn't sell us the house.
But we want to buy this house soft.
Well, we can't, so what's the point?
We can't now after what you've just said. You'll never let us buy this place.
Might have been a bit of a burden anyway, Chris. I mean, mortgages are different than rents, aren't they?
Why?
I don't know. Longer commitments, I suppose. And you never know what's going to happen with your job either.
Yes, we do. Well, you're past all that now, love. All you've got to do is keep your nose clean. You'll soon have that assistant transport manager's job. Well, management and mortgage go together, don't they?
I suppose so.
Now look at us. Out in our ears, probably. Right back where we flaming started.
Stuffed peppers.
Well, it depends what they're stuffed with.
Minced beef, spices and rice.
And monosodium glutamate.
Yeah. Why? Do you like that?
Oh, hi, Cheryl.
Oh, yeah. Just saying, hope you like stuffed peppers.
Fine by me. Did you have a good day? Oh, you know, okay, I guess.
I had a good day. 3 jobs on the savvy.
And you found time to do the shopping?
Yeah, well, there was nothing in, was there? So I thought I'd get some frozen gear.
Frozen stuffed peppers?
Yeah, well, I thought you liked them.
Oh, I do.
Oh, great, I'll get them going then.
I thought he meant he was making them. So did I. Oh, I better go and give him a hand. Okay, I'm gonna have a bath.
That's cold! I'll teach you to laugh at my frozen stuffed peppers.
Oh, no! Oh, Jerry, not down there!
This doesn't make sense, this. Hang on a sec. Oh, 7, 5, there's 12. Carry 1. 30, that's better. 30 by 12.
360.
What?
30 by 12, 360.
Oh.
Have you done it?
Yeah. That's not as bad as what I thought.
What isn't?
I've got something to tell you.
Well, it better be good news, I'm warning you.
Well, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news.
Is it to do with money?
Sort of, yeah.
Don't tell me. You've had a pay cut and the good news is you've managed to get it backdated.
Are you listening?
Yeah, go on.
Remember that talk we had? About me possibly standing for shop steward?
Mm-hmm. And we decided that if you did, it would mean long meetings in the evening, and if you got involved, you wouldn't be able to take overtime, or that you'd have to recommend a no overtime action, so we decided that you wouldn't stand.
Yeah, that's the talk I'm talking about.
Don't tell me you've changed your mind, you've decided to stand after all.
No, I didn't stand, but I have been elected.
What? How?
Well, the lads put me forward, they voted for me, but it was unanimous, Chris.
Oh, great. What did I say, management and mortgage?
I know, that's the good news. I've been working out the figures, love. Now, even if I do get involved in things, I won't be losing all that much extra. Only on special payments for long runs. My basic's pretty good, and I'll still be getting overtime for the short runs. And I'll be home more often.
What are you saying, that we still could have bought this house off Harry?
We still can. That's why I've been pulling my hair out for the last hour, trying to figure it out.
Yeah, but what about the assistant manager's job, love, eh?
Who knows? But I do know that the lads want me to do the union job. I want to do the union job. You want this house, so let's get it.
Yeah, but what about what Harry Cross said this afternoon, eh?
Listen, if we offer him money for the house, he'll sell it.
You reckon?
Yeah, he's all puff, Harry. If the price is right, he'll sell it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great.
What's Grace?
Hi, love. We are going to buy this house.
What's that all?
Sammy, what's the matter?
Nothing.
Well, I thought you'd like this house, love.
Yeah, it's all right.
But you're not 100% about it.
Of course she is. It's 100% better than the flat, isn't it?
Yeah.
But, oh, come on, you might as well tell us before we start to try and buy the house.
Well, the house is all right. I just wish I had another bedroom, that's all. I don't get no privacy. Katie's up there now.
Any privacy? You can't expect Katie to share with Jeff, love, can you?
No, I know that. I'm just saying it'd be better if we had another bedroom. Well, the Corkles have made their garage into one.
We can sort all that sort of thing when we get this one.
Perhaps we should be thinking about a 4-bedroomed house now.
All right, Chris, give us a break, love.
Yeah, your dad's right, love. We've got to try and get on the housing ladder here first.
Suppose so. Well, when you get far enough up this ladder, I'll have long gone.
Sammy.
Hello. Sorry I was so long. Have you had anything to eat?
I had lunch at lunchtime, and I've just had a bowl of soup. I don't feel like anything else.
Oh, well, in that case, I think I'll just make myself a sandwich. You sure you don't want anything?
Just said I don't, haven't I?
Oh, dear, what's brought this mood on? It's because I've been out all day with Miriam.
I'm not in a mood. I'm not hungry, that's all.
Well, I am.
Good for you.
I think this is going to be a wonderful evening.
She's asleep.
Just. It's funny how they always pick it up when you're feeling edgy.
What are you edgy then?
Oh, I've got my OU exam tomorrow.
All right, I used to hate exams myself.
I still do. Do you mind if I work out here? I don't want to put the light on in there.
No, go on, you study. Don't mind me. I'll sit here quiet.
OK, thanks.
All right. Hey, it's nearly 8 o'clock. Go ahead, turn over for us.
Please.
Please.
Hello. Hi, John. Yeah, fine. How's Hamburg? Yeah.
Must be lovely if he's phoning here from Hamburg.
Oh, she travelled 6,000 miles to be with him. Better be love.
Yeah, well, he went 6,000 miles to see her, didn't he?
Yeah, true. Oh, a real romance, eh?
Yeah, just like us, eh? Well, I mean, you gave up your job for me, didn't you?
Oh, no, I didn't. Well, let's say it worked out nicely, that's all.
Yeah, I mean, people don't do things like that for me, do they?
Oh, don't be like that. Hey, I'll tell you what, though. Won't be long before they get hitched.
Yeah, you're probably right there, actually.
What are you going to do if they decide to settle down?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it, really. Suppose I'll end up out on me ear again. Mind you, there's woods over there, isn't it? I could always build a log cabin or borrow a tent off someone and pitch it up over there.
Terry, I'm being serious.
Oh, all right, what's wrong?
Well, you're what's wrong? Whenever I ask you a serious question, you always give me a flippant answer. I mean, don't you care about what happens to you?
Yeah, of course I do. It's just that, well, I don't want to get kicked in the teeth again.
What do you mean?
Well, every time I've had a relationship with a girl, she's always ended up messing me around and I've ended up getting kicked in the teeth. So I make a joke out of things, so if it happens again, I won't get hurt.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, I'm not going to mess you around because I love you.
Yeah, well, the other girls used to say that, but they still ended up messing me around.
I love you. I'm not going to mess you around. Right?
Right.
You don't want this on while you're studying, do you?
Don't switch it off for me.
That's all right. There's not much on anyway. I'll read or something. Go on, get on with it.
Well. Oh, God, I only want yes or no.
Where's the money coming from?
I've got all that. I saved it from my job in the supermarket. So can I go?
Your dad and I are entitled to be worried, love. London's a long way off.
Oh, no, it's not. I go down overnight by coach. I'm back the next afternoon. One day, that's all.
Still a long way to go on your own, though.
I'm not on my own, though. I'll be with a lot of other people from the branch, all different ages.
Yeah, but are there any adults going?
Yeah,
You can't call them adults. The animal liberation lot. They might be 40, but they're not adults.
Don't be daft, Frank.
I'm not being daft. You've seen them on the telly, haven't you? Weirdos they are. Spraying fur coats, burning laboratories. Can't tell me that's adult.
They do that because they care. Not like you. You just turn a blind eye.
No, I don't. I love animals.
Oh, but you still eat bastry eggs and bastry chickens. You think there's nothing wrong in trapping wild animals just to make a fair coat for some woman to drape over her shoulders?
All right, all right. I know there's a lot that's wrong, but there's not much I can do about it, is there?
Yeah? Well, why don't you come with me on the demo? Oh, that would be great. You could come as well, Mum.
No, love, I can't go. I've got too much to do here.
Dad?
No way, love. I've got enough to worry about. I'm not going.
Oh, well, I suppose I'll have to go on my own then.
No, you can't expect your dad and I to drop everything to go with you, love.
But I can go, though.
I don't know. What do you think, love?
Well, she's got her own money. She will be going with a group of other people. It's not as though she's going on her own.
All right, you can go. But I'm warning you, Sammy, stay out of trouble, love. If you get arrested, we've got no money for bail.
I won't. It's not that sort of demo.
No, they never are they?
Oh, Dad, thanks.
Excuse me.
What's that for?
Well, I love you too. I don't want you to have that union job, love.
See, if I had a room of my own, I could go up there now and leave you two alone.
I don't know what you see in me. I'm just a divvy.
No, you're not. You said yourself you put up the front of a divvy, but you're not underneath. Underneath, I can see a really lovely guy who I'm happy to be with.
It takes a sensitive person to see that, you know.
I know. I am a really sensitive person.
Yeah, I know.
And I love you.
And I love you.
I promise I won't mess you around.
Yeah, I know.
Just take me seriously. Believe in me.
I will. And I do love you.
I love you.
Hey, how long does it take to make a cup of coffee?
Cheryl, I love this girl, you know.
Okay, great, but where's the coffee? Okay, so the coffee might take a while.
How about a cup of coffee?
Thank you, I'd love one.
No, I mean... Never mind, I'll make it.
Thank you.
Seem a bit shivery. Shall I turn the heating up? Might warm up the atmosphere in here a bit as well.
Brian, look, it's no use. I've just got to see you.
We follow the rigorous tests and diagnoses undertaken at the Royal College of Surgeons exams next at Jimmy's.